First Penn State game, you're chasing around Pickett.
Yeah.
First half he got you. Second half you guys reined him in.
Yeah.
How do you guys rein him in from the start?
I think just try and play how we played in the second half of that game. Obviously easier said than done. I think as a whole our effort was really good on that side of the ball. The second half of that game, we knew it had to be if we were going to win. So if we can kind of harness that for a whole game, I know we'll stick with the same game plan from that half as far as just try not to. I know I talked about after that game. We were a little too happy to just switch 5 ways with Zach. I think at times, like we call it a veer. So just veering off ball screens and stuff when we thought it was too deep. I think we did that a little too easily in the first half. In the second half, we kind of adjusted that. So it's more of our job as guards just to stay into the ball and try and keep him out of things as much as possible. But yeah, I think it just will come down to our effort and attention to detail as far as all their shooters. They have an unbelievable team. Shoots a lot of threes and shoots them well. So if we can contain that, hopefully we'll be in good shape.
Is there any kind of fear of paying too much to Pickett, and then here's Lundy?
Definitely.
Sitting out there.
No, definitely. They have a lot of guys that can get going, so you always have to be aware, especially guys like him and Funk, Dre, everybody on that team. They can kind of make C1 go in, and they're hot already. So I think limiting those guys and then hopefully slowing down Pickett just a little bit, will be enough for us to get the job done.
Do you feel like you're in any kind of defensive groove?
I wouldn't say a groove. I've never. Well, it's funny because when we've talked, I've never thought about defense in the first place, so I never really knew what a groove was on this side of the ball. I don't think it's a groove necessarily. Just just continuing to do my job, and I think the team continuing to do our job. So just following the scouting reports, personnel, and just playing hard. There's gonna be nights, knock on wood, but there's nights when teams are gonna make shots regardless. So hopefully, that doesn't happen on Wednesday. But some nights you're gonna have to live with teams making shots. You just have to make it as hard as possible. But I wouldn't say been in a groove more so or less. I don't know. Maybe people have started to notice more as a team. We seem to be a little bit more locked in on this end this year. But hopefully we can keep it going and just be solid.
One thing we didn't address after Sunday's game was, I think Walker had 6. And when he had 30 the night before, and you guys did a good job in keeping their perimeter guys under wraps. As you look back, what was the key to that?
I think we were on more high alert with him as the game went on. It was kind of like, a lot of guys when they see a couple go in, they sort of get going. And not so much seeing them go in, but I think when they see easy ones go in, I think we did a good job for the most part of making everybody make tough shots. I think Hogard ends up with 20, which is not ideal for us, but he makes a lot of plays for them and plays with the ball a lot. And it's hard against a team like that. They're great in transition, so you can't always keep your matchups. A lot of times you're just matched up with whoever. So that game more so than others, you're not always able to match up with your same guy. But I think overall we did a really good job of just knowing personnel and limiting everybody as much as possible. So somebody's every game there's gonna be somebody that's gonna have a game. You're not gonna hold everybody to 30 points every game. So
I've probably asked you this question before, but I'll just be more direct. Why is this team, this group, bought in defensively the way it has?
I think we kind of saw the results of it early in the year. I know I've said that a lot.
Right.
But also just I think it's just a buy-in on our basic principles, and then being able to walk into a scouting report, obviously. And then at the end of the day, I think guys have, it's become fun, on that end at times to have success there. And the game is so tied together offensively and defensively. A lot of times when you're playing good on defense, it's going to lead to good offense because you're able to play in transition, you're able to get turnovers, you're able to get easy baskets, and vice versa. When we're not playing great offensively and you're giving teams transition points, easy threes, easy layups, you kind of get discouraged because you're like, they're just kind of scoring at will. So it all ties in together. But I think on that end especially, we've kind of figured out, like, if you can jumpstart anything on that end, it'll help you out on the other side of the ball as well.
How big of a piece defensively is Zach coming on a double team.
Yeah, he's ginormous figuratively and literally. Watching back some of the clips from Sunday, just the doubles that he had, just how alert he was, and then he just sort of, I don't care if you're 6 foot or 7 foot, he sort of swallows you up no matter what. So he's been great with those. Hopefully he can continue to be good with those, depending on what our game plan is. But he's been really on point with those lately.
I do have an offensive question for
Yeah.
you. You've come out and hit a 3 early in the last couple games,
Yeah.
and you've had that success. I mean, is that kind of building your offensive confidence a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know you're going to be open.
For sure.
I mean, you just know that.
Yeah, you can tell from my smile. No, it's been nice. Obviously you want to make every shot you take, but baby steps. If I'm going to get those looks, just taking them with confidence. And like I said all year, I put in the work, and I'll continue to put in the work. So that's not going to change. The only thing that'll change is just dealing with the results every day. And they've been better as of late. Hopefully I can continue to put more pressure on teams on that side of the ball, because I think that'll continue to open things up for us. But it was good too. I think I was able to get to the basket a little bit more. Just get fouled, obviously terrible from the free throw line. That was sort of hopefully an anomaly. But yeah, I think I've taken some positive steps. Knock on wood, I won't jinx it, and keep taking baby steps and be in a good spot for the rest of the year. So we'll see. Good
Good deal. Thank you. Appreciate it.